This is what the scene looked like. Trump or death, 1776 to 2024. Sounds ominous, doesn't it? Especially for people who don't know what's going on and people who don't understand it. For a lot of the ignoramuses out there, I don't blame you. If you don't understand the MAGA movement, it's 2023. He came down the escalator in, August or something of 2015? If you don't get it by now, then you're never going to get it. I'm not leaving any hope or room for you to get it. You just won't get it. And maybe it's not for you to get. Everything's not for everyone. I'll give the details. I'm going to unpack it because it's a very deep slogan, I think, at least for me. I can't speak for the creator of it. I'm going to mention the name of the person here who I think is behind it from the articles. I've summarized 3 articles together, but I can let you know what it means to me. I can't speak for anybody else, but it's deep. That sign is deep, and it's a peaceful sign. You might wonder, how is death peaceful? And I'll let you know. What a brilliant slogan. What I like about the slogan is it balances the line perfectly, because I'm very big. I don't want to cross the line. I know things will happen, and maybe I have crossed the line before, but I don't want to. I want to live in this peaceful response to the madness that's going on in our world, in our country, and make sure that I never cross the line. I don't think I've ever crossed the line from peace, but maybe making fun of somebody or something like that, but never crossing the line, but letting people know it's not a joke out here. You have MAGA, which is one of the greatest slogans ever. Black Lives Matter, as evil as the slogan is and manipulative as it is, it's one of the greatest slogans ever. Just do it from Nike. That realm, even better than that. MAGA and Black Lives Matter are better than just do it but from Nike. And this slogan here, Trump or death, 1776 to 2024, I think it's up there with those two. That's how good of a slogan I think it is. Somebody replied, this guy on X says, Trump or death? Are they planning a mass Kool-Aid party when he loses? So they think this is a joke, or they think it's like, oh, you're in a cult and you're going to drink the Kool-Aid and like Jim Jones and you're going to off yourself. Yay. Trump or death, your terms are unacceptable. And I agree with my friend. So they take around, a lot of libertarians, I think, use that term, but a lot of people I use it a lot. I love that. When people say something that they think is off-putting, and then I say your terms are acceptable, I love that. But so they try to use your terms are unacceptable. That doesn't land the same way. They just can't get the memes right. They suck at memeing. It's funny to watch. Sunday Divine says, I don't care what you say. The only difference between Jim Jones and Donald Trump is that Trump would have charged for the Kool-Aid. So I've criticized most recently for not going harder at Trump. And I don't criticize MAGA as being a cult, because what's happening is, and that's not what this Trump or death sign is. We're going to get into that here in a second. But in general, the problems that I have with MAGA, it's not a cult issue. The problem that I'm having is that it is a desperation issue. It is people who feel lost, in my opinion, because things are crumbling around. The ones who are paying attention understand that things are crumbling. Just because a lot of people aren't paying attention doesn't mean things aren't crumbling. I've had to have conversations with my wife about that. Just because you're not paying attention to the news doesn't mean the news isn't happening. I'm not going to make you pay attention to it. If you don't want to pay attention to it, that's fine. If you don't want to dig deep into it, that's fine as well. But that doesn't mean my take on it is wrong. That doesn't mean it's not happening. People are paying attention. They see all this stuff happening. And I think it's pushing them towards, I'm not in the mood to check Donald Trump. He's the mascot that represents freedom, liberty, my views on the United States. So I'm running to him to defend him more than checking him. And I think that there's never a time where you don't check somebody. If you're in a populist movement, they've got to get checked to make sure they're in line. Yesterday, we spent a lot of time, me, Ray, Studios, friend of show, of course, talking about who is a controlled op or not. And I say one of the best ways to find out is I like populists. So if you give a demand of somebody like Donald Trump that will let you know if he will listen. And that's all that matters. We know Nancy Pelosi, she gives orders. She does not listen to a populist. So she's not populist. So if you think Trump is populist, you've got to check him. But that's different than what these asshats are saying. Trey Crowder looks like a comedian, whatever. Liberal redneck is his. That's a nice little Steve. You're a liberal redneck, not a conservative redneck. Okay, you got my attention. What's your take on Trump or death, Trey Crowder?
I just saw that the MAGA crowd's got a new slogan. It's Trump or death. They're hanging Trump or death banners all over baseball games and stuff like that. And I saw that and I was like, oh, that's not culty at all. And how they're like, yeah, listen, just because we entered into a ritual agreement on behalf of the autocrat we've deified, that doesn't make us a cult. Okay. You guys are literally saying if he doesn't win, you're going to kill yourselves? Because if so, oh, no, please, no. Think of what it would do to the flag economy. Now, listen, if that is what y'all are saying, I just got one request. Okay, please, let me make the Kool-Aid, all right? I'm a trailer American. I know how to do it. All right, I have the ratios just right. I'll run the punch bowl. I'll make y'all little pallets on the ground, lay down some pellets for you, make it lovely, okay? That's all I would be honored. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, unless you're going to do it. I just saw the
I take it as he's just kidding, so I'm not taking it any serious than that. He's saying, I'll make the Kool-Aid for you. Wow, cute. I don't know if they're stupid or disingenuous, but he's taking the Trump or death to mean if he doesn't win, you're going to off yourself. He's like, oh no, MAGA, don't do that. Pretty savage. Yeah, things have gotten heated up, haven't they, Jordan Lott? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. As usual,